Hey guys, hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. Your boy is back with another subreddit video, and today we're diving right back into r/entitled parents. And for those of you who are new to the subreddit, it's about, you guessed it, entitled parents. Yeah, you guys are geniuses. But before we get started, again, I know it's redundant, but thank you so much for blowing the subscriber number out of the water. Like, you guys have surpassed all my goals and expectations. I thought I was going to hit 6,000 by the end of the year. We're almost at 6,500. I think we can genuinely hit 7,000 before even February, possibly. At this rate, you guys are awesome. If you guys like my content and you guys aren't subscribed yet, you can hit the button. You know the deal. I love you so much if you do. Also, hit the like and comment section down below. Help the algorithm. And let's get into the video. So, r/entitled parents here. Let's see what's popping. This, by the way, this subreddit I have noticed can get very dark and depressing. So just, spoiler alert. But hopefully it's not too bad, but we'll see. As based on the last episode. All right, title of this says, sick of being responsible for my mother's feelings. It's kind of insane that it's been a lot of mothers lately on this subreddit. It all started when I was born. Kidding. Okay. It started when I began formulating my own thoughts and opinions honestly. I have a bad habit of living up to expectations. My mother called me heartless when I was 14, and I internally said, fine, so be it. That is a crazy thing to tell a 14-year-old kid. Hey, you are heartless. Like, as a mom, too? I mean, wow. Okay, all right, let's get into it before I say anything else. It was around that same period of time where I started getting harassed by a man renting a room in my house? No way. I'm not saying that word because I don't want to get demonetized, but you got essentially essayed. Well, harassed, but by a man in your house. That's fucking scary, and you don't even know this guy. What the hell is going on? This is terrifying. I waited maybe a few months before telling her, assuming your mom. Through my brother, I told him first. Oh, was your brother living here? There's a lot of lore right now, and I'm very curious. But I waited so long because I didn't trust the authority. It was so stupid, honestly. I thought I could handle it myself. Yeah, that's the thing. When you're like 14-year-olds, man, you think you're much older than you actually are. I mean, that's every kid. And so you think you can handle everything by yourself. But, a lot of times you might need an authority figure or something, because that is crazy. A man in your house, that's terrifying. In the end, there was a big argument about how it was all his fault because he's a man and he just couldn't help it himself. What? Wait, how it wasn't all his fault? I guess she meant wasn't, or whoever this is. It wasn't all his fault because he's a man and he just couldn't help himself but to harass the 14-year-old kid? That is so insane. If your mother genuinely said that, she needs to be locked up. That's not how the world works. Men and women aren't just allowed to do whatever. Also, 14-year-old... Dude is a pedo, bro. I wasn't blamed for it, of course. That's insane. I wore shorts and a crap around my house, and it was around the time I began experimenting with makeup. Of course, I was blamed for it. What? Okay. I hate hearing shit like this. It's so fucking sad and depressing. But you know what? This isn't the first time I've seen this, where a really controlling mom, whether you're in a traditional household or a religious one, and they pin the blame on the kid because, it was their fault that they were experimenting with makeup, or like that they wore fucking shorts. I'm wearing shorts right now. I'm wearing shorts, right? Right? You guys see that? Yeah. Because I'm wearing shorts, should a man be allowed, or a woman, either, allowed to touch me? Fuck no, bro. What the hell? You catching hands, bro? What? That's insane. And also 14. Dude, she's fucking 14. Or whoever. This angers me. This one's an infuriating video so far. All right. 2 years later, I hope this person got out of that situation and, has lived a great life since. But let's see. 2 years later, the authority finally admitted, I'm assuming her mom, admitted that she understood why her sister slapped me over the incident. What? She was friends with the man and was on his side. The sister or her? I'm confused. It could be either. One of the main people blaming me for all the drama. I'm assuming the sister. Anyways, it was right after she herself struck for the first time. It was because I'm extremely aggravating, and difficult to deal with. I know that, but I won't change, and I won't change for people who aren't worth it. Okay, I get that statement. I mean, I hope you change for better. But that's like, I get it. She's, obviously pissed off at her mom, so I understand that. And aunt. Ever since I was young, it felt like I had to manage all of their feelings just so I don't get hurt or punished or whatever. Dude, that is a scary thing that a lot of people face, you know? If you don't have a great parental figure around you, you end up almost feeling like you're taking the burden of their feelings, and you're tippy-toeing the whole time because you don't want to get fucking hurt, punished, hit, all that stuff. And that comes with like not only helicopter parents, but like a lot of like manipulative like relationships with kids. I mean, you see it in like Hollywood and movies and stuff too, but you know, everybody knows someone who or has read or has seen someone in this situation. Like I've had friends of mine as adults, they told me about their past, and it is similar to this, and it's insane because I'm like, I'm lucky, and I know I'm lucky enough to have parents that, although they were like very traditionally like tiger Asian parents, they at least respected stuff like this. Like that's insane to me. They just don't have self-control. It makes me really, really angry at the hypocrisy, especially hers. I'm always being told to grow up and make mature decisions, but then I look at the role model I have for it. Christ, help me God. They look at me like I'm the devil, so I might be as well become one. Nah, don't do that. I get that mentality. I totally do. Like, people view you a certain way, you might as well fucking be that, you know. If to each their own. If you're an adult now and you decide to do that, yeah, but just personally, I'm all about positivity in a sense of like, you know what, you're better than that. Leave this situation and just grow up. No reason in retaliating, but that's just my opinion. You're an adult, do whatever you want. Just don't get, you know, in trouble, you know. I say whatever I want, dress however, and consume whatever. That's an interesting one. I don't care how it makes her specifically feel, but sometimes I'm ashamed. I'm probably selfish for that, but there's nothing they can call me that I haven't already heard myself whatsoever. I'm curious how old this person is right now as they're writing this. Are they still 14? Are they a lot older? You know, this person definitely deserves better parents, 100%, because the fact that they're feeling this way, that fucking sucks. I think the I'm probably selfish is an interesting statement because everybody should be selfish to an extent. I mean, you should be selfless, and it's like, you know, your family that you actually care about and stuff. But, you know, if she's being a dick, it's okay for you to be selfish. You're supposed to care about yourself and your world. Everyone's the main character of their own story. Let's read the comments here. You deserve a better mother. She's a good example of what not to be. That's true. You know, that's a one like silver lining that you can take away from this, you know, trying to be positive, I guess. I mean, this is a shitty situation, but she's providing a great example for what you can grow up to not be, you know? I'll call you a few names. How about intelligent, independent, strong, determined? Oh, this is really sweet. Going places, time passes, thank God, and someday you'll fly away. Yeah, I agree. Once you're old enough, leave the situation, if possible. The only good thing about your egg donor is that she's helped you become a person who is self-directed enough to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Good luck, big dream. Oh, that's very sweet. And you know what? You know, people like this who go through struggle, you end up being some of the coolest people I know because you learn how to figure out like life in hard mode. And those are the coolest people because they're the most interesting, you know? So hopefully she can get out of this situation and her mother realizes that she's the worst. All right, let's read some more. Dude, it really is a lot of moms. This is another mom one. I just realized I hate my mom. Okay, let's read it. It's a strong statement. Hate is a strong ass word. I don't hate a lot of things. Except for blue cheese. I do not. I fucking hate blue cheese. It's just molded cheese, guys. All right, yesterday I finally got a chance to listen to the audiobook Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents. Interesting. I didn't even know that was a book. The reason why I chose to listen to this book might have something to do with the 2020 pandemic and how my mom is behaving right now. Okay. So in context, oh, this is a crazy long fucking thing to read. I'm going to do my best. All right, here we go. This is going to be a struggle, boys. I was never good at English class. All right, so in 2019, I was unemployed for most of the year. My mom, as a way to help me, applied my name to several jobs without my consent. She did this because she hated the sight of me being on my computer all day. I was actually learning how to be an online entrepreneur, how to make money from the stock market, how to do 3D sculpting, and how to make 2D animation, how to make video games, how to code, a lot of things, okay? And if Bitcoin is a scam, okay. She would enter my room with a disgusted look on her face. She believed that all I was actually doing was playing video games because what else would I be doing on my computer? Also, who cares? It's the 2020 pandemic. Well, I guess like if you're young, I mean, if you're older, you're like an adult, then maybe. I'm not going to criticize that because like my parents wanted me to, grow up as well. So I get it. But let's see. Because of her, for several mornings, I received rejection letters and phone calls from people I've never talked to explaining why I'm not qualified for their jobs. I thought this was a horrible way to start my mornings. Yeah, she could have definitely approached that in a better sense. Like she could have, consulted you to pick what job and help you go through the process. I feel like that's really like teaching someone. But yeah, let's continue. One day she decided to take me to the supermarket I've never heard of. A friend of her job told her about how the butcher position in the meat section was open. I never worked in this position before. The manager was there. I placed myself in front of her, and my mom was at least 1 foot behind me. I'm gonna start like this. My mom was pressuring me to talk to the manager. The manager looked at me, then at my mom, and then right back at me. This is crazy writing. I am getting so many details. This is awesome. To get us to leave, the manager told us the application was online only. Ooh, awkward. I told her I already applied online and I brought my resume in person. She looked at my resume and pointed out that I lacked the qualifications for the job. My mom was standing behind and angrily whispering to do a better job. That's crazy. You literally can't do anything else. Make more of an effort. You could like try to be more, I don't know, and be more convincing. But at the end of the day, some people just don't want you for the position, and that's fine. The manager could clearly see what was happening, and as a way to humor my mom, she told us that she'll check my online application and contact me for an interview. My mom was happy and we left. It's been days and my mom's asking me to check the emails and my phone. No emails, no calls. My mom demanded that I call the manager, no response. She kept driving me from the store multiple times a week to talk to the manager. Damn, your mom is persistent. The manager would make up excuses as to why she never responded. Eventually, my mom notices that the hiring sign is taken down and there's a person that she's never seen before working at the butcher section. She hated the manager for lying and wasting her time. That's kind of valid. Like the manager should have just been mature enough to tell you. But also, you should also get a hint because who cares? This is like in dating, If a girl doesn't like you the first time and she's like hinting around it, but didn't say no, don't be the guy that keeps like pestering her just because she didn't say no. Just get the hint, brother. Eventually, I got a job as a cashier in a gift shop for a 4-star hotel. Oh, congrats. The manager was nice. She let me draw when there was no customers around. When my mother learned I was working Christmas, she made a big deal about it. I thought that was weird. It's normal for people in our family to work on Christmas, and the reason why I made her upset a little is because my little sister was visiting and my mom wanted us to look like a normal family on Christmas. Another time, she made me feel bad for not graduating college in 2016 and 2017. I failed algebra 3 times and lost financial aid. I got into a deep, dark suicidal depression that lasted for a year. I'm sorry, that sucks. My mom demanded that next year I finish school. I remember being happy on Christmas because I was by myself. It was quiet. Damn, this is crazy. Oh, this is a long one, guys. I'm sorry, but I am invested now, so we got to get through this. In 2020, I remember hating the pandemic for reasons that have never made sense to me until now. My cashier job was pretty chill, and I was making above minimum wage at the time. I worked 40 hours a week, and I was usually the only person in the gift shop. March 25th was when I got a call back from my boss saying that the president said we all can't come back to work for a short period of time. Dang, that sucks. I knew a lot of people got laid off that time. That sucks. Everyone was on the internet complaining about how unfair it was and that they couldn't see their family again. I get to see my sister and my mom on a daily basis. And after the first month of the pandemic, my mom kept pressuring me to find a new job. Whoa, that's crazy. She was the one who... Shouldn't you be happy she even got a job or this person got a job? She kept guilt tripping me. She kept lecturing me on the importance of saving my money. She kept saying I can't do the same things forever. When I got my stimulus check, I thought I brought a course on digital painting. Also, what a time. We were getting stimulus checks. You guys remember that? Every time I played the videos for this course, she would interrupt me and tell me to stop wasting my time. I hate when parents do that because the best type of parents are the ones that understand that you really can thrive if you care about something enough in any profession. Dude, I'm making videos talking about stuff. And my parents have been pretty supportive. Shout out to them. Well, I'm also 27. So it'd be crazy if they were like, no, Loon, you can't do that. And find a new job. She kept pressuring me. She was getting inside my head. Her words would bounce around inside my skull. When she wasn't in the room, I gave her my dreams on pursuing art. Oh, that's sad. And try to get into the stock market and penny trades. Ooh, that's scary. She complained that I wasn't making enough money fast enough, and I tried drop shipping, hated it. Yeah, I did not like that, and ended up losing money. She made me spend my stimulus check on driving school. I paid $90 per lesson. My instructor told me that driver lessons wouldn't be enough. Driving lessons. She said for at least a year I needed to practice driving outside of class. I needed someone with a driver's license to sit in the passenger seat while I drive around. My mom was the only one who fits the requirement. She was busy, she said. In reality, she didn't want to. When it was summer, my mother made me use the stimulus check to buy my sister and me an air conditioner. And she promised me she'd pay me back. She never did. My sister, dang, this mom sounds really shitty. My sister is another version of my mom, by the way, but I don't feel like typing about her. Yeah, this is pretty gnarly. Every time I bought something that made her happy, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm going to fast forward this. Okay, so a lot of details on her mother. All right, we're going to move on from that. Obviously, there's a lot that has happened. I'm sorry, it was a lot. And it was kind of hard to read like horizontally as I moved the mouse and stuff. Several things happened as time went on. This year, I got a data entry job at an office setting. I work 40 hours a week. My mom is finally proud of me. Oh, fuck yeah, let's go. She said, yep, that makes sense. You were always good at computers. Look at her, at least complimenting a little bit. I found myself hating her more than usual this year. During the summer, she brought my 2 uncles to stay at our family, with our family. When she talks to my uncles about me, she says, Name is really good with computers. If you need help with computer stuff, ask them. They will always help you with computers. One time I was leaving to catch the bus, my uncle stopped me because they accidentally deleted WhatsApp from their phones. Oh, that's cute. Old people. I had to quickly reinstall and set up the app for them. While I was doing that, they were complaining about how I don't speak the native language, and oh, she's got to be Asian. I'm going to guess she's Asian because her mom sounds like some Asian moms I know. But she could be anything. Or just, actually, that's false. I'm taking a guess that she's Asian, but I could see her being a lot of foreign cultures now to think about it, because foreign mothers, man, and fathers, but mothers, I don't know what it is. They are just so hard on you for no fucking reason. Not my mom. My mom was great, but I see it. I see it with a lot of my friendsies. And how communication would be a lot easier if I did, like if she spoke her native language. Another day, I came back. It's never enough, huh? It's just never enough to please these people. Like, if you're not the golden child in a foreign household, and maybe even in traditional American households too, so because I've seen it with some American families, it's just you can't fucking do enough, man. And I see that with my sister sometimes. Like, I was the golden child, so I definitely got away with a lot, but I see it with my sister. My sister would do a lot of things, and just never enough. Expectations are through the roof. They asked for my help. I ignored them. I was tired from my job. I would come home later than usual just to avoid them. My mom gave them detailed instructions on how to interact with me to get me to help them with their computer problems. That's insane. My 2 uncles needed to use the copy machine and didn't know what to do. My mom gave them instructions. She told me to wait for me by the door. When I get through the door, use the bodies to block the entrance and tell blank that they need to help with the printer. So you block them until they help you. That's insane. Imagine, like, you walked in the door, your uncle's like, can you help me with my printer? Not letting you through. That's great. That is comical. She even told her boyfriend if he needed help, he can just ask me at any time. Yeah, that's very annoying. I would have a very serious talk with your mom. Her boyfriend would always need some help submitting his online homework. What? Okay. Another time he needed help setting up an Amazon Echo security cameras. Another time with cable, blah, blah, blah. Every time I entered the kitchen for food, her boyfriend and my uncles would need help. Yeah, I gotta hate that. They would guilt trip me. They told me that my mom and I said that it was okay and it was an emergency. When my mom is home, she would pretend to care. She would let me take breaks as long as I promised to help them later. And if I was really frustrated, she offered me $10 for my service. I hate coming home because of it. FAQ, you're an adult, just move. I can't afford rent. In a situation like this, man, this shit's shitty because, the mom's got like preposterously high expectations. And, I'm gonna tell you, I can't fully relate to the exact same thing that you are going through, because no one, it's hard to, because you're not in that position. But as someone who was in an Tiger Asian household, it was tough to please parents growing up, especially for my sister. I was the boy, so in an Asian household traditionally, I hate to say it, but I was somewhat favored growing up. But my sister, I would acknowledge and see, you know, she was 10 years older than me, and, you know, she's a business mogul now. Like, she's killing it, successful. And yet still to this day, my parents, you know, it's like they just have this habit of just raising the bar for her. And they raise the bar for me, but not to the levels that I see for her. And I see that with some of my other friends too. Like, some people's parents, you know, they're just top, like, just push you so fucking hard. And they don't understand that there has to be some goddamn breathing room. Like, as a parent, to at least in my opinion, I'm not a parent, so I can't speak for everybody, but I would think that there is a fine line between expectation and pushing a kid. There's definitely a need for that. But at the same time, there is a space that you need for breathing, helping them, educating them, and letting them frolic and be free. Because then at the end of the day, if you're just forcing them to do and mold them into whatever you want, how will they ever be an individual? Because isn't that the goal of parenting? That's fucking insane. I'm sorry to that person, man. That is crazy. That was a long one. Yeah, that was gnarly. Let's read some more though. I hope that person, you know, ends up getting enough money to move out, and because once you move out, man, you're gonna have so much freedom. You're gonna have so much freedom from your uncles and mom just fucking pestering you on fixing everything. I can relate to the fixing thing because I'm, you know, me and my sister are the only English speaker, like, fully fluent. My dad speaks English pretty well, but, you know, they come to me still to this day because I speak English the best. My sister, you know, she came here when she was 10. So I end up fixing a lot of shit. I don't mind it, to be honest, because I know my parents have done a lot for me. So I actually enjoy helping them, but sometimes it can be annoying when it's a lot. Like today, bro, it was a lot. You know, I'm not going to get into that. I'm yapping now. All right, let's move on. Oh, this one's huge. 822 likes. Let's get into this. The title says, Evil Mama Bear is dead, but not before she tries to sue me for grandparents' rights. What? Oh, this is crazy. All right. This one's long, but not as long as the last. Oh, actually, this one is fucking really long. Holy crap. Oh, man. All right. This is going to be the last one we're reading, but we're getting into this. Before anyone comments it, please know Ding Dong, the witch is dead. What? Okay. This woman have been rotten to the core, but she was still my mother. Oh, so she did actually die. Oh, I'm sorry. And I'd like to just move on and forget now that she's passed away. I'm sorry for your loss. I've got too much else to worry about in life than dealing with memories of Evil Mama Bear, EMB. Anyways, also EMB is the acronym for Evil Mama Bear, just in case if anyone new readers were wondering. Okay, so this is a continued story, I guess. Okay, to start things off, not too long ago, EMB finally moved away. My girlfriend suddenly gave me an ultimatum, and that was that I seriously get therapy or she might leave me. She'd held me off on that until after EMB left and insisted that I couldn't drag my feet anymore. She said I needed to put an end to the obsession I had with getting back at my insane narcissistic mother for trying to ruin my childhood. I mean, that's good because you shouldn't try to get back at someone. I mean, I get it. It is fucked up that she, you know, ruined your childhood, but still. I finally agreed to get therapy. It was good at first. I even needed the therapist, or even had the therapist laughing at some of the stories. And they even admitted it would have been hard for them not to do the same things to EMB if they were in their shoes. I was giving a mostly clean bill of mental health after a while, despite the issues with EMB's flying monkey, noisy Nancy. What? Okay. I'm not going to read the lore. Things should have been fine till my girlfriend suddenly told me she was pregnant. We're not sure how it happened. I used protection, but oh, that's so scary. But we have one rip. We did have one rip. God, that is terrifying. The odds of that. We thought it'd be fine because she was on the pill. Damn, and she was on the pill. Man, this is terrifying me. Oh, fuck, I'm not ready for kids. I was in complete panic at first, and she walked out on me for a while because of it. Oh, damn. But I apologized and resolved to become a great parent. I made sure she knew that I was 100% committed on being a father and a husband, and if she was willing. Oh, that's very nice. Okay. I like the if she was willing because it is their bodies. So that is true. We had a pretty short engagement and got married at the courthouse. That's crazy. I hope they didn't get married just because of the baby, because it's kind of okay to have a kid before marriage, in my opinion. But, you know, everybody's different. Neither of us felt like it was a big wedding, or felt like a big wedding, and the honeymoon was postponed due to her pregnancy and our respective careers. When we eventually learned the gender of our unborn child through the ultrasound, we found out that we were having a girl. Congrats. I was elated. My wife was elated, but EMB was stalking the family social media, and a few of my relatives posted about my upcoming daughter. Suddenly, my lawyer got a request from EMB asking that I drop the restraining order. Okay, so they had a restraining order on their mother. That is crazy. I can't imagine that. I mean, I'm sure she did something crazy, but although the narcissistic tearjerker of a letter EMB wrote and sent was pretty cringy, I wasn't allowed to see the letter at the time because it was a breach of my RO, restraining order. My lawyer could only give me a very vague summary, but after EMB died, the RO was nulled and voided. Okay, so then she finally, obviously when someone passes away, your restraining order dissolves. So I could finally view it, and I'll write it out for you all. Oh shit, this is juicy. This is what okay, I know this is fucked up. Okay, I shouldn't be excited about this, but this is some juicy stuff, like some tea. We get to finally see the letter. All right, EMB's letter. To my only son, Craigle. That's a fucking goofy, like in a cool way, like goofy goober ass name. That's cool. Craigle? I've never seen that before. I know we've had our differences, but for the sake of my future granddaughter, please lift the restraining order. I miss having my family so very much. And I couldn't have imagined never being in my new baby's life. She's not even born yet, and I already want to take her into my arms and just never share her with anyone. That's actually kind of sweet. I just know she'll be such a perfect, beautiful little girl because she has my genes in her. She has my genes in her is so narcissistic. That's hilarious. I mean, this is sweet, though. Please let me see her. She'll never grow up right if I'm not there for my baby. What? Motherfucker, you fucked me up. You think you gonna not fuck up my baby? That's crazy. Okay, now this is taking a turn. This is kind of funny. Okay, that's also fucked up. I'm sorry for your loss. And if I'm not allowed to see her, I just know I'll never be able to live. Oh, that's actually an insane statement, knowing the circumstances. I know you'll do the right thing. You have to, because I am the matriarch. That is an insane thing to put in a letter. And you won't keep me away. I've already given up on your sister. She married a man I could never see as my son-in-law and refused to see reason. That's crazy. Why would you give up? You saying that you gave up on your sister because of that should validate why she doesn't want you to see your daughter raise her, dude. What? Doesn't seem like she's a very compassionate person, but okay. But you have redeemed yourself by marrying a beautiful white woman. What? What's up with this? Why does it matter that she's white? Why can't it just be beautiful woman? Is the other person, does your sister marry like a colored person? Oh my God, how dare you? You married a nation boy. Banned. Like, God, she would hate me. A neck-tatted Asian guy? I'm suspecting that this lady might be traditional. Oh, that is crazy. White woman, that is an insane thing to say. And giving me the granddaughter I've always wanted. I just know my baby will be perfect. Loves and kisses, EMB. That is, it started off very sweet. And I was like, you know what? I feel bad for this lady, especially because she passed away. I wonder if you feel bad about all that. Never mind. That is an insane statement. The white woman really fucking got me. You have redeemed yourself by marrying a beautiful white woman. What the fuck? So that's what she wrote. Creepy, unhinged. And she repeatedly referred to my daughter as my baby, like she was completely forgetting that the baby was not hers. My lawyer asked me how she should respond to her requests about the RO, restraining order. I told him he already knew exactly what I'd say, so just go ahead and say it. And he did, with much enthusiasm. But that incident sent my stress about EMB right back up and basically ruined months of progress with my therapist. EMB his mother had a weird obsession with girls related to her. And hates boys in general. Really? If that's true, that's a weird relation. Okay. And now that my wife and I were having a daughter, she was zeroed in on us with a telescope or maybe a sniper rifle. That's crazy. I wonder like who hurt her. She wouldn't even acknowledge her grandson, my nephew. Oh, the sister's daughter. Wow, that's fucked. But the second she found out that me, the son that she'd always treated like absolute garbage, was having a daughter with my wife, well, her baby rabies kicked into mega overdrive. Baby rabies is hilarious. I like that word. When I didn't lift the RO, EMB resorted to calling me directly at work from the company landline. She was crying and begging me to lift the restraining order because she wanted to know her future granddaughter. I told her my unborn daughter was not her grandchild. I disown her as a mother, just like my sister had, and my daughter will never know her as a grandmother. That's crazy. Sad to think about, but I understand. She doesn't deserve it. Not after what she's done. Damn, I'm curious how bad it was. She started to screech at me that I could not do this to her and that I was denying her the rights as a grandmother and matriarch. I told her this was insane to think that she was a matriarch and then hung up. That is true. But then she called right back twice. She possibly didn't know, but all calls on the company landline are recorded. So I had the recordings and the call logs and sent to my lawyer and told him to release the hounds. EMB was arrested and violated the RO for violating it. That's crazy. This is like a fucking telenovela drama, bro. This time I was happy to get her arrested because she no longer lives around here. Well, you shouldn't be happy to arrest your mother, but you should be like, damn, that sucked. I held back before other times she violated the RO because any more arrests could have potentially delayed her moving away. Okay. But that was the case anymore. EOB got arrested and somehow actually spent some time in jail just for those phone calls for violating the restraining order. I half expected her to get off lightly with her feeble old lady routine or something. But damn, the law does not mess around in Texas. No, it does not. My daughter was born a few months later, and she was really healthy and growing well. My wife doesn't want me posting any key details about her, and I'm respecting that. Also, for those of you that keep telling me to sell my house before in the comments of my previous post, I still won't. This is a great house and my dad's house. I couldn't bear to part with it. To each their own. There's nothing wrong with that. Not to mention, I refuse to be farther away from the company I inherited from my dad. As for EMB, well, she got a lawyer and filed a grandparents' rights lawsuit against me. Wow, that's crazy. As soon as she was out of jail. She actually said that I was going to be a horrible parent to a little girl, and I couldn't be trusted without her guidance. That's crazy. And though we had never actually got direct confirmation if it was her, we knew it was the EMB who reportedly called Child Protective Service on us. Dang, that's crazy. So CPS came in to see us with an attitude that they were expecting the worst, but they were impressed by the house and the nursery, and they determined that everything was fine, but they still showed up again, getting more anonymous reports. Dang, that's so fucking annoying and like kind of crazy and psychotic. Why can't we just all be friends or family in this case, They investigated again, found nothing. Come into my house again. They couldn't tell me it was EMB, but I knew it was her making the false reports. Who else could it be? CPS ended up knocking one more time, but the third time, they were just looking through the motions because they had to follow up. We were completely cooperative, and my daughter was healthy, and the house was immaculate. There was nothing that the CPS could consider a problem. EMB's case for grandparents' rights was easily denied. The judge took one look at it and details of her prior history and said she had no case. Dang, that's crazy. I wish I was there for the case. That's on some Johnny Depp and fucking Amber Heard shit. I bet that would probably be goofy. Not only because of the RO against her, but because she had no prior relationship with my daughter. Plus, there was in fact that there was also the fact that EMB was openly a misandrous. What? I don't know what that word means. I'm stupid. What does this mean? So a person who dislikes, despises, or is strongly prejudiced against man. Okay. Misogynist, right? Misogynist? Oh, is that just misogynist? No, misandrous. Okay, I didn't know that. I'm sorry. I'm stupid. And was a racist towards my brother-in-law. And for the record, when my lawyer had EMB sign a contract to help her stay away from my sister, said contract also prevented any grandparents' rights for my sister's current and future children. And that there was a false report to CPS. I mean, how did this lady, like the EMB, evil mama bear, not realize that she was going to lose this case? The fact that she didn't even realize that already shows me, like, the type of woman she is. Because, I mean, come on, you have all of this piling against you. All right, which EMB was most likely the culprit of doing. On top of that, I had a ton of details on what EMB has done to me over the course of my life. And how I kept gnomes pretty much everywhere because she was so afraid of them. Gnomes? I kept gnomes pretty much everywhere because she was so afraid of them. She was afraid of gnomes? Okay, that's kind of crazy. She won't come near. There was so much evidence. That is a crazy phobia. There was so much evidence and details against EMB and blah, blah, blah. Okay. That should have been it, but EMB filed an appeal. It was denied. So she tried to file another one based on the laws of Texas law instead of my state's law. She appealed, so was also denied because I and my family was not residents of Texas, nor do we ever plan to be. Whatever lawyer EMB had found to help her was just likely using it for a paycheck. Yeah, that's kind of fucked up too, though, because even an idiot would see the case and it was deemed to fail from the start when the RO was involved. So what does EMB decide to do? It was a good idea to do. She called me again, this time to spit the worst kind of venom that she could at me. She founded very intoxicated, and the stuff that she was accusing me of, well, it was, to be very clear, she completely lost touch with reality. She was accusing me of downright heinous things that could never happen. She claimed I beat her whoa, that's crazy. Okay, so she lied about a lot of things. Okay, I'm not gonna read all that. She said I stole money from her and her sister, and my sister claimed that I was somehow stalking her in Texas. Wow. So she was just making up a bunch of shit on the phone. She claimed I was a monster and she was terrified of me. If that was true, I doubt she would have called me like that. Making me the bad guy in her head must have, yeah, she probably like gone AWOL and just like fabricated this stuff. She might be schizophrenic, who knows? But you could bet I had my lawyer sick, Texas police on her again. We notified APS too, since EMP seemed in the state that it was dangerous for herself, blah, blah, blah. She's gone off the grid. I was worried she was hiding somewhere nearby and stalking us. That's so scary that your mom is doing that. Knowing EMB, it was possible prepared to do anything because she was absolutely insane. So I sent my wife and daughter to her parents' house, and my sister and brother-in-law went into his parents' house for a while. Oh, damn. So this is getting a little scary. We were expecting the worst till a few weeks later, someone dumped off EMB in front of a hospital nowhere near us. She'd OD'd badly on a cocktail of drugs and alcohol. Damn, that's so fucking sad. She was brought in for emergency treatment, but there was no saving her. She was dead before. Dang, that sucks. I think she was ready to die. It was right here. Yeah. As if for some final fuck you, EMBs will actually demanded that I, as the elder of her two children, be the one to handle her funeral. That's insane. She knew I'd hate doing that. Wow. Okay. I'm going to skim through this part and I'll tell you guys if there's anything important, because this is getting to be a really long video. There's also some debate on what to do with the house, sell the property, rent it out, or live. So this is post like her death. Live in it. It was a hard choice for my sister since it was a nice house, but ultimately she and her husband decided to sell it. They did not want to move that far away and did not want to manage the property for that long distance as landlords either, so they sold it. But not before secretly burying EMB's urn somewhere on the property. Oh, okay. Which spans a dozen acres. Wow, that's crazy. I guess it's fitting her remains stayed on her old family land. That's very sweet of them. Let's hope nobody comes along with a metal detector. But my sister, in one last act of glorious pettiness, put a small gnome toy in the urn. That is hilarious. Wow, that's funny. For my sister, even after taxes, the money from the sale and the money she inherited from the EMB was more than enough for her and her husband to buy a house locally. Oh, that's great. There ended up being a few small loose ends, like EMB owing some minor credit debit, inheritance taxes, and EMB's car was missing, but it had been stolen around the time that she died, and it eventually found wrecked, blah, blah, blah. Wow, wait, hold up. Found wrecked near the border to Mexico with a lot of parts stolen off of it. That's crazy. None of us really wanted that car anyways, and so off to the scrapyard it went. Pretty much all of EMB's possessions were sold with the house, so none of them wanted it. Well, she can arrange the devil's furniture now. I'm still in therapy and will probably be there for a while, but my marriage is going well and I'm happy. Oh, good. I'm glad. Therapy is good for a situation like this. So I guess this completely ends everything with evil Mama Bear. She's gone and there's no more need to speak about her. So now, finally and assured, this is the last post that you'll hear about her, blah, blah, blah. Thanks for reading. I know it was a lot. For those of you who are running about the gnome thing, see the latest post. Wow. That was, not only was it a long read, that was an interesting read. That was crazy. I can't believe people, I can believe it, but like, it's always crazy to see and read firsthand what other people are going through. Like, that's insane. It reminds me very much of the comedian Bobby Lee's like tragic story with his dad. But like, once the person is gone, there's always that feeling inside of you where it's like, damn, obviously it sucked. Like they didn't raise you well, but it's still your parents, or it's still your family. So my condolences go out to him, even though saying condolences doesn't really mean shit. But yeah, damn, that sucks. But at the end of the day, I'm sure the stress is gone, and slowly, or not fully gone, but slowly through therapy, this person will improve. And, it seems like life is getting better and going on. That is crazy though, that The letter fucking killed me. The fucking white woman thing, that's insane. Yeah, that was a really long video, guys, and that was a dark one. Not dark, just a little depressing, but yeah. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. First off, I hope you guys enjoyed it, but also, yeah, let's have a better night to improve from, get some positivity in us. Maybe the next video I'll find something positive. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys have a great night or day or whatever, and see you guys next time. Bye.